Let me start with a story that resonates deeply with the power of belief. A story about a young artist who dreamed of painting masterpieces that would one day hang in the world's greatest museums. This artist lived in a small town where resources were scarce and encouragement. Most people around him doubted the worth of pursuing art, considering it an impractical, unreachable dream, especially for someone from such a humble background. Despite this, the young artist would stand before his canvas every day, brush in hand, and paint with the conviction of someone who was already renowned. When asked why he invested so much passion into his work, knowing the odds were stacked against him, his response was simple yet profane. I paint not just to become the best, but as if I am already the best. This canvas doesn't see who I am today. It sees the greatness I aim to achieve. Now think about it. How often have you held back because you believed you weren't good enough? How many times have you silenced your ideas thinking they wouldn't matter? Imagine, just for a moment, how your life might change if you acted as if you're already the best at what you do. What would you do differently? This belief. Acting as if is not about deceiving yourself. It's about empowering yourself to be the best version you can be by first believing in that best version. When you start your day, when you face a challenge, when you speak to others, ask yourself, am I embodying the best version of myself? It's easy to wait for the perfect moment or to think success will come when you've reached a certain milestone. But the truth is, success starts with belief. Confidence is not something that arrives fully formed at the doorstep of achievement. It's something you build by acting as if it's already there every single day. So how can we cultivate this mindset? How do we begin to act as if we are the best? It starts with how you talk to yourself, how you carry yourself, and how you interact with others. It involves setting standards that reflect your highest potential, not your current limitations. And it means stepping into each day with an intention to manifest greatness, regardless of the challenges you might face. Before we move on, I want you to turn to the person next to you and share one thing you would start doing today if you fully believed in your ability to succeed. Just one thing, big or small. It's inspiring to hear such a range of actions, isn't it? Each step, each belief, each action brings us closer to the reality we aspire to inhabit. This is the essence of acting as if you are the best. Not just dreaming, but doing. Not just hoping, but behaving. Not just existing, but thriving. As we proceed, remember that every story of success is also a story of someone who once believed they could succeed well before the evidence was in their favor. Tonight, as we explore this concept further, I invite you to keep an open mind, challenge your doubts, and imagine a life where you are not just reaching for greatness, but you start from a place of greatness. Are you ready to see where this belief can take you? Let's find out together. Let's delve deeper into this powerful principle of acting as if by exploring the lives of some remarkable individuals whose beliefs shape their destinies. Much like an artist's vision shapes a blank canvas into a masterpiece. Consider the story of Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest boxers of all time. Long before he became a world champion, Ali proclaimed himself the greatest even when no one else saw it. He didn't just believe he could be a great boxer. He believed he was the best, and he let everyone know it. His profound self-belief wasn't just talk. It was deeply ingrained in his training, his fighting style, and his approach to life. He acted as if he was the best long before the titles and accolades came his way. Ali's career is a testament to the power of self-belief, and his life serves as a reminder that to become the best, you must first believe in that best version of yourself. Another inspiring figure is the visionary Walt Disney. Disney once said, if you can dream it, you can do it. He lived by these words. When he first envisioned Disneyland, many skeptics doubted its potential, labeling it as an unrealistic fantasy. But Disney saw it as something inevitable, an already existing world just waiting to be built. By acting as if his dream was an accomplished fact, he navigated through countless obstacles and turned his vision into a tangible, magical reality that continues to enchant millions around the globe. So, what is the psychological basis behind this principle of acting as if? It's rooted in the idea that our brains can't fully distinguish between real and vividly imagined experiences. When you act as if you are the best, you're not just going through the motions. You are training your mind to expect success, to handle it, to embrace it as if it's already a part of your life. This psychological setup influences our actions and outcomes by altering our behavior patterns. For instance, if you act as if you are a confident public speaker, you'll prepare diligently, speak with conviction, and engage your audience more effectively, even if you feel nervous inside. Each successful experience and builds real confidence layer by layer. Consider the role of body language. Amy Cuddy, a social psychologist, famously said, "Fake it till you become it." In her research, she demonstrated that adopting powerful, confident body postures not only changes how others perceive us, but also how we see ourselves. It increases levels of testosterone, the hormone associated with power and dominance, and decreases cortisol, the stress hormone. So, when you act as if you are the best, you are not merely pretending. You are triggering a physiological response that aligns with those attitudes. How many of you have ever felt a surge of confidence simply from standing a little taller, speaking a bit louder, or from a firm handshake? It's surprising how small changes can influence not just perceptions, but actual outcomes. Now, integrating this into our daily lives might seem challenging at first. It requires consistent effort. It means every day you wake up and tell yourself today, I will act as if I am the best at what I do. It means preparing, presenting, and interacting as if the highest standards are expected of you because they are by, let's try something right now. I want everyone to stand up. Go ahead, stand up and strike a pose that you associate with power and confidence. Maybe it's hands on hips or arms raised in a V shape. Feel it? This is you acting as if. Now, while holding that pose, I want you to think about a goal you have, something you're working towards. Imagine you have achieved it. How does it feel? How are you acting? What has changed about your approach? See, by embodying this powerful version of yourself, you begin to unlock the mental and physical resources needed to achieve your actual goals. This is not just positive thinking. It's positive action, fueled by the profound belief in what you are capable of achieving. As we continue tonight, remember these stories and this feeling. Let them inspire you not just to act, but to act as if the best possible outcome is not just a possibility, but a certainty. This mindset, this belief can carry you through challenges, through doubts, and lead you right to the doorstep of your success. So let's carry this energy forward. Let's act not just as participants in our own lives, but as champions of the lives we dream of. Let's act as if we cannot fail because, my friends, what you believe profoundly shapes what the relationship between self-belief and success is profound and transformative. Believing in yourself isn't just about feeling good. It's about creating a foundation from which all your actions and results can spring. If you believe you can, you're already paving the way towards achieving it. This isn't just motivational speak. It's a principle backed by countless stories of those who dared to believe, even when the odds were stacked against them. Take the example of J.K. Rowling, who is best known today as the author of the Harry Potter series, a global phenomenon that reshaped the landscape of children's literature. Before her success, Rowling faced numerous rejections. What if she had listened to those early critiques, agreeing that her idea for a book about a young wizard was foolish? Instead, she believed deeply in the worth of her story, a belief so strong that it propelled her to keep pushing, to keep knocking on doors until one opened. And then, as we know, many more followed. Similarly, let's consider the story of Steve Jobs, who co-founded Apple in a garage. Jobs was not only an innovator, but a believer in the potential of his ideas. His unwavering belief in the power of technology to enhance human interaction guided his decisions, leading him and his company to create products that revolutionized entire industries. Jobs faced setbacks, moments when others doubted him, even firing him from the company he started. However, his self-belief was unshaken, and he returned to Apple with new ideas that propelled the company to even greater heights. But what about us? What about the times when self-doubt creeps in and the voice in our head tells us we're not good enough, not smart enough, not something enough? This is a common experience, a universal challenge that each of us faces. How do we move beyond this? First, acknowledge that these doubts are a normal part of the human experience. You are not alone in feeling this way. But also know that you have the power to change the narrative. Begin by recognizing your successes, no matter how small. Keep a journal if it helps, where you can note down your daily achievements. This practice can serve as a reminder of your capabilities and help shift your focus from doubt to confidence. Moreover, surround yourself with supporters, people who believe in you and are willing to remind you of your worth when you forget. This network can lift you up and keep you moving forward, even when self-doubt tries to pull you back. Let me ask you, how many of you have ever felt a wave of doubt, just as you were about to do something important? Maybe it was before speaking in public, starting a new job, or presenting a creative idea. Think about that moment. Now think about how you overcame it. What did you tell yourself? How did you push through? It's often in these moments of overcoming doubt that we find our true strength. Every time you succeed in pushing past fear, you're not just achieving a task, you're building your self-belief. It's like muscle memory. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. The act of overcoming doubt doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's as simple as taking a deep breath and doing what scares you in small, manageable steps. It's about showing up for yourself day after day, especially on the days when it feels hardest to believe. Self-belief is not a static quality. It is a dynamic part of your ongoing relationship with yourself. It requires care, feeding, and exercise, just like any other part of your well-being. Imagine what you could achieve if you approached every challenge, every opportunity, with the belief that you could succeed. What would you try if you knew you couldn't fail? Hold on to that thought. Let it guide you as you continue to build and strengthen your self-belief. Because, my friends, the journey to success is not just about the external milestones you reach. It's profoundly shaped by the internal milestones of belief you set along the way. Let's carry this belief in ourselves as we move forward, not just tonight, but every day. Because the true power of self-belief is not just in achieving what you set out to do. It's in transforming who you become along the way. Visualization is a powerful tool that can significantly amplify your ability to embody the principle of acting as if you are the best. It's a technique that athletes, business leaders, artists, and even surgeons use to enhance by vividly imagining themselves executing tasks with precision and success. They prepare their minds and bodies for the actual event, aligning their subconscious expectations with their conscious efforts. Now let's explore why this works. Visualization engages the brain in a fascinating way. When you vividly imagine performing a task, the brain generates an impulse that tells your neurons to perform the movement. This creates a new neural pathway, clusters of cells in your brain that work together to optimize coordination, calmness, and accuracy. These pathways are then prepared to enact the real physical action in real life. Essentially, when you visualize, you're training your brain for actual performance. Think of it this way. Each time you run through a scenario in your mind, you're laying down a layer of experience as real to your brain as actual physical practice. Studies show that when basketball players visualize making free throws, their physical performance improves significantly without them even touching a basketball. So how do you practice effective visualization? Here are a few key techniques. Be as detailed as possible. Imagine not only the action you want to take, but also the sights, the sounds, and even the smells that might accompany the real experience. The more detailed your visualization, the more effective it is. Incorporate all senses. If you're a speaker, hear your voice filling the room, see the audience engaging, and feel the confidence rising in you. Focus on the positive outcomes, visualize success, and importantly, how it feels. This emotional connection reinforces motivation and makes the experience more vivid and impactful. Let's put this into practice right now. I'd like everyone to sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and then slowly exhale. Let any tension in your body melt away with each breath. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply as we begin this exercise. Now, I want you to picture a goal. You have something you've wanted to achieve. Visualize yourself in a setting where this goal is being realized. Picture the scene as vividly as possible. Where are you? Who is there? What colors are you seeing? And what sounds are you hearing? Imagine yourself performing exactly how you'd wish. See every action in detail. If you're giving a speech, see yourself speaking confidently, your voice clear and strong. Notice the audience's reactions. They are engaged, nodding, smiling. Maybe they are taking notes. Feel the satisfaction in your heart, the surge of confidence in your veins. Stay with this image and let the positive feelings flood through you. Now slowly bring your focus back to this room. Open your eyes when you're ready. How do you feel? This feeling, this powerful sense of accomplishment, is not just a figment of your imagination. It's a preview of what's to come if you commit to making it a reality. Visualization is not just about seeing a future success. It's an essential part of preparation. It's the mental rehearsal for the victory you're going to have. It's not fantasy. It's a tool for creating what you want in life, a way to harness your full potential. Take this technique with you. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing your success. Act as if you are the best and let your mind paint the picture of your future victories. This isn't just preparation. It's a realization in the making. Let this simple practice be your powerful partner as you strive towards your dreams. Remember, the clearer you can see your path in your mind, the more confidently you will walk it in reality. Visualization is your secret weapon. Use it daily and watch as the activism transitions into the activist. Aligning your behavior with your aspirations and the environments we choose to surround ourselves with are essential elements in shaping not just the path to our goals, but also the speed and nature of our journey. When you act as if you're the best, you don't just do so in isolation. Your environment and how you interact with it plays a pivotal role. Let's start by considering the environments we find ourselves in, our homes, workplaces, even our social settings. Each of these spaces can profoundly influence our thoughts, our behavior, and ultimately, our performance. If you're continuously surrounded by negativity or by distractions that pull you away from your goals, how challenging does it become to maintain a positive outlook? Quite challenging. On the other hand, imagine a space that inspires you, that keeps you focused, that reminds you of your why every single day. That's the power of environment. Creating an environment that fosters positivity and growth isn't just about decorating your space or keeping it tidy, although these are definitely beneficial. It's about surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, who challenge you in constructive ways, and who share your values and aspirations. It's about choosing what you consume, from the books you read to the media you watch. All these elements contribute to an environment conducive to growth and positivity. Now, how do we align our behavior with such environments? First, by being deliberate with our choices. Choose to engage in activities that align with your goals. If you aspire to be a writer, make writing a daily practice, attend writers' workshops, read widely, and engage with other writers. Your behavior should reflect your aspirations, not just occasionally, but consistently. This alignment is not just about acting. It's about becoming. Every choice you make is a brick in the foundation of your future self. Now, let's consider how this mindset helps when facing challenges. Acting as if you are the best provides a lens of confidence through which to view obstacles, not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. Consider the story of Thomas Edison. His journey to inventing the light bulb was fraught with failures. Over 1,000 attempts that didn't achieve his goal. Yet Edison didn't see these as failures. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways it won't work." His relentless pursuit, powered by a mindset that he was capable and would eventually succeed, is what history remembers. Edison acted as if success was inevitable, and such confidence shaped his approach to challenges. Another poignant example comes from the world of sports with Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team a setback that might have discouraged many. Instead, this failure fueled his determination. He worked harder, practiced more, and not only made the team the following year, but also went on to shape a legendary career in basketball. His belief in his abilities, his acting as if he was the best, even when he wasn't, allowed him to face challenges with confidence. This brings us to the importance of resilience and persistence, qualities that are fortified by acting as if. To build resilience, start by framing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. When you face a setback, ask yourself, what can this teach? Instead of being disheartened, be curious, be proactive. Adjust your strategies if you must, but keep your goal in sight. And persistence is about continuing in the face of adversity. When you act as if you are the best, you aren't deterred by a few obstacles. You know the path to success isn't a straight line. It's a winding road with ups and downs, and persistence is the vehicle you drive to navigate this road. So how can you start applying this today? Begin by looking at your surroundings. Are they aligned with your goals? Are your daily behaviors reflecting your highest aspirations? And when you face a challenge, remind yourself of Edison and Jordan. It is an opportunity to rise, to learn, and to persist. Remember, every day gives you a fresh opportunity to act as if you are the best, to not just envision success, but to live it through your actions, your environment, and your response to every challenge. This is not just about believing in your potential, but actively living out that belief. So let's step forward with this knowledge, this mindset, and let's make our actions so bold and so consistent with our highest aspirations that success becomes not just a possibility, but an inevitability. Habits, those small, repeated actions, form the underpinnings of our days and ultimately shape our lives. They are the threads from which the fabric of our character is woven. Understanding and mastering the role of habits is like discovering the secret to perpetual motion. Once set in motion, they carry you forward, even with minimal effort. So let's discuss how these daily habits contribute to our success and how we can actively cultivate them to enrich our lives. Each habit, no matter how small, has a compound effect. Like a snowball rolling down a hill, it picks up mass and speed. Consider the habit of reading. By reading just 20 pages a day, you can finish numerous books in a year, expanding your knowledge and perspective significantly. This daily commitment, requiring perhaps just half an hour, can profoundly influence your decision-making, creativity, and understanding of the world. Think about the people we admire for their success, whether in business, sports, or personal wellness. What we often admire is the outcome of their consistent habits. Take athletes. Their daily routines include specific diets, exercise, mental training, and rest. These habits ensure they perform at their best consistently, not just on game days. So how can we develop such transformative habits? The process begins with clarity. You must first identify what you want to achieve. For instance, if your goal is to be healthier, your habits might include preparing healthy meals, exercising, and getting adequate sleep. Once you have clarity, follow these steps to embed these habits into your daily routine. Start smaller the habit. The easier it is to start and stick with it. Want to start exercising? Begin with a 10-minute walk each day, not an hour at the gym. This makes the habit less daunting and more manageable. This is called habit stacking. If you drink coffee every morning, use that time to read those 20 pages we talked about earlier. By pairing the new habit with a well-established one, the new behavior is easier to adopt. Write small victories. Every time you complete the new habit, celebrate it in a small way. This could be a mental acknowledgement, a check mark on a calendar, or a moment to feel genuinely proud of sticking to your plan. These celebrations reinforce the positive behavior, making it more likely to stick. Habits take time to form. Research suggests it can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days to form a new habit, depending on the person and the behavior. So be patient with yourself and persistent in your efforts. Now consider the role of our environment in forming and sustaining habits. Your environment should support your goals, not hinder them. If you aim to eat healthier, stock your pantry with healthy foods and make them the easiest choice. Do you want to reduce screen time before bed? Charge your phone in another room. Let me tell you about a friend who transformed his life by changing his habits. He was overwhelmed, unhealthy, and stressed. He decided to implement just 2 new habits. He started walking for 30 minutes during his lunch break and replaced his late-night television with reading. These habits didn't require dramatic changes to his lifestyle, but resulted in significant improvements in his health and well-being. Over time, the lunchtime walks became runs, and the evening reading led him to take online courses, improving his skills and boosting his career. Now, I want to turn this back to you. Think about one small habit you would like to develop that could positively impact your life. What is it? How can you start small? How will you integrate it into your existing routines? Discuss this with the person next to you, and let's share a few ideas with the group. Hearing your plans is inspiring and a reminder that we have the power to shape our habits and therefore our lives. Remember, the key to success is not in doing one huge thing, but in doing many small things consistently. This approach takes the pressure off the monumental and places power in the manageable. I encourage each of you to take that small step to begin forming one new habit that aligns with your aspirations. Whether it's waking up a bit earlier, writing a gratitude journal, or setting aside time for strategic thinking, let that habit be your stepping stone towards the larger success you seek. By nurturing these habits, you are not only acting as if you are the best, you are taking concrete steps to become the best version of yourself. Remember, in the grand tapestry of life, each thread, each habit matters. Let's weave a pattern that reflects our highest aspirations and watch how the small habits we form contribute to a larger picture of success and fulfillment. Keep pushing forward, keep adapting, and let your habits carry you to where you want to be. As we continue to explore the profound impact of our choices and the power within us to manifest our best selves, I want to shift gears a bit and turn the microphone over to you. This is your time to share, to question, and to reflect on how you can integrate what we've discussed into your own lives. It's also a chance for us to delve deeper into the challenges you might be facing and explore practical solutions together. Let's start with a question that I find helps unearth some of our deeper motivations and challenges. Think about this. What is one belief that you hold about yourself that might be holding you back? Maybe it's a belief about your abilities, your potential, or your right. Take a moment, reflect on this. And if you feel comfortable, let's share some of these thoughts. Allow time for audience responses. Hearing your experiences is incredibly powerful. Each story adds another layer of understanding and empathy to our gathering here today. Now let's address these beliefs. It's important to first recognize that what we often see as personal limitations are actually just beliefs, not facts. Beliefs can change. For instance, someone believes they're not a good public speaker. This belief can be transformed by taking small steps, joining a speaking club, practicing in smaller groups, and gradually building confidence. What's one small action you could take today that would bring you closer to your goal? This doesn't need to be a leap, just a tiny step forward. These insights are invaluable, and each small action you've mentioned is a seed that can grow into substantial change. It's often said that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Every step you take is a part of constructing the person you want to become. Remember, each small action is cumulative. It adds up to significant transformation over time. Let me share a brief story that highlights this. I once knew a woman who dreamed of becoming a writer, but she believed she was too old to start a new career. Despite this, she began writing for 10 minutes each day, gradually increasing her time as her confidence grew. A year later, she'd completed her first novel. Her journey began with a simple, small action. Writing for just 10 minutes a day, this story is a beautiful reminder of what is possible when we challenge our limiting beliefs and take small, consistent actions toward our goals. As we reflect on these stories and ideas, I want to offer some practical advice. First, embrace the concept of lifelong learning. The world is always evolving, and maintaining a mindset of growth and curiosity can help you adapt and thrive. Second, seek feedback. It can be tough to hear, but feedback is invaluable for improvement. Use it constructively, not as a critique of your worth, but as a tool for your growth. Lastly, celebrate your progress. no matter how small. Every step forward deserves recognition. Celebrating your progress helps build momentum and reinforces the positive changes you're making. Now, as we prepare to wrap up this interactive session, I want you to think about what resonated most with you today. What will you take away from our time together? How will you act on it? Your engagement and willingness to share and reflect is what makes a gathering like this so powerful and transformative. Remember, the beliefs you hold shape the world you create for yourself. By choosing to act as if you are the best, you open yourself up to endless possibilities. Each of you has the potential to achieve greatness in whatever form that means to you. As we conclude, I encourage each of you to carry forward the spirit of this discussion. Keep asking questions, keep reflecting, and most importantly, keep taking those small steps towards your dreams. It's those little steps, taken day by day, that lead to the greatest changes. Thank you for your openness and your energy today. Let's continue to support each other, to learn and to grow as we each strive to become the best versions of ourselves. As we reach the conclusion of our time together, I want to take a moment to reflect on the journey we've embarked upon today. We've explored powerful concepts and shared stories that illuminate the path to not just imagining a better self, but actively becoming that person through the act as if mentality. We started by understanding the transformative power of acting as if you are the best. This approach isn't about pretending or masking your true self. Rather, it's about believing in your potential and aligning your actions to meet that potential. We discussed how great figures in history harnessed this belief, like Muhammad Ali and Walt Disney, who envisioned their success and acted unwaveringly towards their goals. We delved into the psychological roots of this approach, highlighting how our brains can be trained to perform through visualization, cultivating environments that foster growth, and adopting habits that align with our highest aspirations. Each element works synergistically to build the person you aim to be. We shared stories and exercises that emphasize the importance of small daily actions and the significant impact they can have on your life. We spoke of Thomas Edison and Michael Jordan, who viewed their failures as stepping stones to success, demonstrating resilience and an undying commitment to their goals. And through it all, we engaged with each other, sharing our doubts, our hopes, and our plans. This interaction is a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles or our aspirations. Each of us has a community, a support system that cheers for us as we strive towards our dreams. Now, as we prepare to part ways, I want to encourage each of you to adopt the act as if mentality starting today. Imagine what you could accomplish if you truly believed you could not fail. What would you start if you knew you could only succeed? Begin with this belief. Let it guide your actions. Let it transform your approach to challenges and opportunities alike. Act as if you are the best at what you do. Act as if your contributions matter. Act as if your dreams are worth pursuing. Because the truth is, they are. Your potential is boundless. The only limits that exist are those you place on yourself. Break free from these chains. Choose to act. Choose to believe, choose to succeed. And as you step out in a world with this new mindset, remember to carry the lessons and stories you've heard today. Reflect on them when you face doubt. Lean on them when you need courage. Let them remind you of the incredible potential you possess. I urge you to not let this moment just be a fleeting inspiration, but a turning point. Start small, but start now. Pick one thing you will change or initiate when you leave here today and commit to it, whether it's improving a skill, nurturing a relationship, or taking care of your health. Start acting as if you are the master of that area of your life. And finally, remember that change isn't always easy, but it is possible, especially when you act as if it's already happening. The confidence you need to succeed is within you, waiting to be realized and acted upon. You have the power to shape your future, to be the hero of your own story, to be the best version of yourself. Grab hold of this power with both hands and don't let go. Remember, life isn't about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. So go forth and create a life that reflects your truest aspirations. Be bold, be courageous, and above all, be your best self. Thank you.